want to come after a really important topic right now because we are in week 7 of the quarter. So the end is in sight for first quarter, and everybody, teachers included, we're kind of all running up against the same thing. We're getting crunched for time. The end is right there, and we're starting to feel a little bit of pressure. You probably know what I'm talking about. You're probably feeling a little bit of pressure. Mom and dad are on you. The end of the quarter's right there. Stuff's starting to get a lot more serious. If you're feeling pressure, if you're feeling a little bit stressed, don't worry, that's normal. What I want to do today is try to address some of that and help you out a little bit with that. So we're going to go for a story from one of my favorite guys, Warren Buffett. And he's one of the richest people in America. He's worth $80 billion or some ridiculous number like that. He's really smart, really good at investing. He's got several different things that he does. But one of the things the story is, Warren Buffett has a private plane, obviously, because he's really, really rich. And so he's got a pilot that flies that plane. And Warren would hop on the plane and start talking with the pilot. Well, one day on a trip, they got talking with each other, and the pilot was hoping to get a little bit better, make some progress in their own life. And so the pilot asked Warren, he said, "What do you do to be so successful? What can I do to be as successful as you are, or at least start to be, something more of a success?" And so Mr. Buffett thought about it, and he said, "Okay, here's what I want you to do. I want you to go and make a list of 25 things, 25 goals, 25 accomplishments, something that you want to achieve with your life." So the pilot's like, "All right." So the pilot made this list. And anytime you make a list like that, it takes a lot of thought. So the pilot put a lot of thought into it and came back for the next trip with that list of 25 important achievements that they wanted to accomplish. So he sat down with Mr. Buffett again on the plane, and he said, "Okay, now what do I do to be really successful?" Well, Mr. Buffett said, "Circle the top 5. And so the pilot thought a little bit more about it, to spend an hour kind of weighing options out, circles the top 5, and comes back and says, "All right, here we go. I got my top 5 circled." And so Mr. Buffett taught him a really important thing at that point. He said, "All right, these top 5 things are what you really need to focus in on. The other 20 things are your avoid at all costs list." Now, the pilot didn't put 25 things on there that were kind of important. Those things really mattered. It were things that he cared about, things that he wanted to accomplish. So they were important things on that list. But Mr. Buffett said, top 5, circle those, and then the other 20 become your avoid at all costs list. Well, why would he have an avoid at all costs list? Because Mr. Buffett, one of the wealthiest people in America, understands an incredibly important thing. He understands that distractions are your greatest enemy. So as we're coming down to the end of the quarter here, distractions are going to be your greatest enemy. And at all times, distractions are actually some of our greatest enemies. So we need to make sure that we're looking at our lives and trying to figure out some of these things. So our takeoff questions for this week are quite simple. The first one, what are your top 5 goals? Have you actually spent the time to sit down and ask yourself, at this time in my life, what are my top 5 goals? And at this time is an important phrase. This doesn't have to be top 5 goals for your entire life. This might just be the top 5 things that you need to accomplish in the next 3 weeks to finish this quarter strong. But you've got to have identified and written down your top 5 goals. So the question, what are your top 5 goals? And get writing on that. Get your journal out. Get writing those things down and start thinking about them. It'll take a while, and that's okay. But make sure you put some good, important thought in there. You can build that list out, too, and start asking yourself the second takeout question, what distractions do you need to avoid? And that's going to be really important because you're going to have some good things. Hanging out with your friends is a good thing, and we want you to do that. But if you have an assignment due and it's getting to the end of the quarter, you've got to get on that. And hanging out with your friends, while it's good, might actually serve as a distraction. Your phone, while it's really good if you're using it well, can be a distraction. Okay? Games, other things. There's so many things that are good, but we tend to get distracted by them. And that's why you got to write down the top 5 things and know it. So when distractions come up, you can say, you know what, that's good, but I can't do that right now. I got to focus in on my top 5. So make sure that you get distractions written down as well. Write down the things you need to avoid because when you write it down, you're aware of it. The distractions that blindside us are often the most dangerous ones. So if you can think through some of the things that distract you, what is it that gets you off topic? What is it that gets you off task? What is it that stops you from being the best that you can be and going after the things that are most important to you? So figure it out. What distractions do you need to avoid? And then the last thing, what strategies do you have to help you lock in and get stuff done? And this is a really important one, because if you know you're going to hit distractions, you better have strategies to help you overcome them. And this is where having a great team and having a great consultant can help you out. If your jet time teacher is somebody that you can go to, work with them on strategies to help you manage distractions. Maybe you got a great relationship with your parents. Work with them to help you develop strategies. Do a little research. What are the strategies you need to practice? For me, when I need to get stuff done, I have to put away my phone. But what I do is I put an alarm on it, set it for 50 minutes, and then I put it somewhere where I can't even see it, and I go to work totally focused on that thing I need to do for 50 minutes. And then when my alarm goes off, I take a break. That's a strategy that's really helped me to lock in and do some stuff that I need to get done. Maybe you try that one out. Find some other strategies. What are the strategies that help you to stick to your top 5 and get done the most important things? Okay? Make sure you remember what we're all about here at Cedar Valley. We've got our academic crest. We've shown them before. We'll show it again, probably pop up in here. 2 of the things on there are clarity and productivity. Being able to understand your top 5 is clarity, and clarity leads to productivity. You want more productivity in your life? You want to get stuff done, the important stuff? Learn to get clear, set your top 5, eliminate the distractions, and then go get it done. Clarity and productivity work very well together, and that's what we want to help you try to build. So keep working on these things. Okay? Action item, a little bit of homework for you to do. Go make your top 5 list. Okay? By the time you get done today, I want you to have a top 5 list of the things that you know you need to get done at this time. We got 3 weeks left in the quarter, so make sure that you're getting really clear. These are the things I have to get done. I have that paper for my class. I have to get that done. Make it a top 5. Circle it, and then eliminate the distractions and go out and get it. We really believe in you guys. We are here to help. Okay? Please make sure you look at us as a resource, connect with us, reach out. We're going to help you to go and be your best. So please make sure that you're making that action item list, the top 5, and as you see it, it's going to make it easier for you to go out and do it. We love you. We believe in you. We're super proud of you, and we believe that you're going to go out and get it. Go finish this quarter strong. Eliminate your distractions.